What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. It's the Get Right Podcast, man, and we are back, man. Halfway through the season, man. We rolling, man, and it's been great content. And of course, man, it's your boy T. Never rolling solo. Got the brain trust with me. The homie Rod, bro. What's them 3 words, G?
What up, though?
Yes, sir. And the people they love that hate to love, man. Riling everybody up with them 3 stack takes. DC, what's up, bro?
It's your boy DC in the place to be. Shout out to the 80s. Shout out to 3 stacks. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 out of Atlanta, top 5 dead or alive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. man, welcome back, bro. It's a great Labor Day weekend, man. I hope y'all enjoying it, man. Hope the vibes has been good. Hope the weekend has been chill, man. College football is back in this thing, boy. Man, it's been fun. It's been great to watch. Been enjoying every single thing of it, man. But before we get into that, though, shout out Maya Moore. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Shout out Maya Moore. You remember Maya Moore, the UConn great. You know what I'm saying, bro? 2-time national championship, 4-time WNBA championship, 2-time gold medalist. She going to the Hall of Fame.
Talking about stats, man. She was more known for setting the standard of basketball women not looking like dudes.
That too. You know, Maya Moore. Yeah, Maya Moore was her old girl from Sanaa Lathan from Love and Basketball. That was Maya Moore. My opinion. That's my take on that, bro. That was Maya Moore, bro. But yeah, bro, she in the Hall of Fame, bro. She inducted in that thing, bro, and she getting her number retired by the Minnesota Lynx at 2-3. A lot of fans were a little disappointed because she retired early, but
too early. Get a pen pal.
So that pen pal, Jonathan Irons, man, that guy, who she helped him get out of jail, man. Falsely accused, man, did over 20 years. Something he didn't do, man. And her team, part of that prison reform helped get him out. Then she fell in love, got married, had a kid, all that good stuff.
And quit playing basketball.
Quit playing ball, man. Going to the Hall. Yeah, she probably would have broke so many records if she continued to play, but just in that span, I think it was 7 years.
According to this, she's 35 years old, bro. I mean, that's like about retirement age in basketball.
She retired years ago.
Yeah, she retired like
years ago.
8 years ago, something like that. 7 years ago.
Oh wow, okay.
In her prime though.
She was at her prime, bro.
Again, to help Buddy get out of jail, which good for her.
Yeah, her and her team. Shout out to them. And they still working on getting some other folks out. So she's still on that grind, man. So shout out to her, man. And I know we talked about it a few shows ago, man. That rookie.
Well, she's 80s baby too. Shout out to the 80s. See, she was born in 1989. She just made it.
Just made it, bro. And we talked about the women's basketball scene, man, a few shows ago, man. We talked about that rookie of the year. I thought it was gonna be a Jason Kidd, Grant Hill kind of split. It ain't looking like it no more, bro. Caitlyn Clark probably gonna win that thing outright, bro. Like Angel Reese, she performing, but team losing. It's about wins and losses. That's what we look at things too, in wins and losses. And what's that? Caitlyn Clark, that Indiana Fever, bro. They 500, 16-16. At one point they started with 1-7, something crazy. It was just they climbing up that ladder. It's probably gonna be her.
You know how crazy that sounds to me? That they 500, so she doing something like that's wild. Like to be 500 is not an accomplishment in most cases, but hey.
I mean, I think it is when you talk about the number 1 draft pick, because I mean, if you're the number 1 draft pick, that means you got picked by the worst team in the league,
and they were the worst team in the league last year.
Yeah, so to go from the worst to 500, that's pretty good.
It was at the bottom. It was the worst team.
I mean, think about this. Jordan was drafted to the Bulls, and I think their first season they won 30-something games. They actually made the playoffs. with
Yes.
winning with a losing record. But still, his rookie year. I mean, we're talking about Jordan, the GOAT. You know, his rookie year, he led his team to a losing
Ar-
record.
arguably.
Arguably,
Mm.
arguably,
Yeah. But we
yeah.
see, man, still some games left, man. Like they might finish over 500. If they finish over 500, then yeah.
It's
That's
one
Well,
what
thing.
I'm naming.
It's one thing for sure. She can ball, and all those critics that were on her head in her first couple games of the season or whatever
Yeah.
it was, she's showing them. I can still pull up from the logo on WNBA players. I can still take all because they beating the hell out of her. I can take all the beatings. I'm tough. I'm not gonna
Man.
complain about it, and I'm still busting your ass every night. So she is the truth, bro, and she's going to continue to be that. Like some
Yeah, she
people are
figured it
just
out.
made different, and you could see from the college level she was made different. And that you're not going to take that away. I don't care what level of basketball she was going to be playing at. You're not taking that away.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I mean, yeah, that first week, that rookie year, them first 4 games, I mean, she figured it out. The speed of the game, things change. Speed of the game, all of that. She figured it out, man. I think DC said it a while ago. It's like, man, all these women, they are the best in the world. So you can't just come in there and just thinking you're just going to run it. But she figured it out. She figured it out.
Yeah, and I think they're saying now she's kind of second in the running for MVP. Now it's a distant second because from my understanding, Asia Wilson is like
She different, bro.
she's gonna win. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like something crazy has to happen. So like she's far ahead, but Caitlyn Clark is a distant second.
Yeah. Leaps and
Which
bounds,
still, I
bro.
mean, as a rookie to be even remotely in the conversation of MVP is wild.
Last time that
Hey.
person done it, which I'm still eating that humble pie, Rod. Candace Parker.
Mm-hmm.
She there, bro. She on Mount
Facts.
Rushmore for women hoops, bro. She
Hey,
be a rookie and an MVP. Phew.
shout out to
Yeah.
Asia too. Heard Becky Hammond did an interview. I love the personality. Like Becky Hammond was saying something about she plays, she plays good D. She gets her hands on the balls, and Asia was like, how I do. You know what I mean? Making it known, like you know what side I'm on. I love that. I love it.
Hey man, you gotta love it, bro. I mean, bro, she definitely different. She definitely different, bro.
Yeah,
She
for
definitely
sure.
different, bro. And yeah, she probably be in the Hall of Fame too. Stay healthy. You continue to go where she at. Yeah, it's easy. She walking in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, and she looked great in the tunnel walk. The WNBA bringing them tunnel walks back, bro. They had a whole new level. They're on a whole new level, bro.
Well, we talking about somebody bringing back the tunnel walk. That's got to go to Angel Reese, bro. I don't like.
Yeah, she probably gonna win. She probably gonna win that, bro.
Yeah, like it
Saw
ain't
that last
Caitlyn,
game.
bro.
She showed up. She showed up with the Dennis Rodman joint. Obviously, tops and rebounds. That is her niche. But she gotta work on her offensive game. But her niche is rebounding though.
Well, I wasn't an Angel Reese guy, but I don't know, since she crossed over to the W, she been putting it together, bro. I'm like, you actually, that sex appeal is all right. You all right with me.
Yeah. Angel, she's something else.
In
Yeah,
college, they
yeah.
just highlighted her antics on the court. If you want to call them antics, I say that in a light way. You can't see me get in the ring. They always wanted to make her. She was the villain.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Her the villain in the NCAA.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say the
I think-
powers that be.
I think she was. She was after the Caitlyn Clark thing, but I didn't think before that she was a villain.
Yeah. Oh no, it was certain games they just because Angel talk. She reminds me of Draymond, dog. She talk a lot, bro. She talk a lot. And then like the media, what DC was saying, yeah, they're gonna make you that villain. They're gonna make you that villain for sure.
That's okay. It's all right to be the villain sometimes.
But yeah, man. So congratulate, man. We'll see. But Caitlyn, man, it's good, man. And like I said, switch gears back to the top. College football. What a weekend, bro. What a weekend, bro. It's been amazing, bro. There's been some good games already so far. There's been some blowouts as expected. And then there's been some games where that shit wasn't supposed to happen. That Vanderbilt game was crazy. Rod, I know you was a little a little flustered with Michigan, man, a little bit early in the game. No, you felt good, bro. How you feel about that?
We look like a team that replaced 10 out of 11 starters.
For sure.
So, I mean, it's to be expected. The only shocking thing, and I wasn't really shocked on Saturday because obviously I'm in the blogs and in the know. But they didn't announce the quarterback until a couple hours before the game, which is as bad as I wanted it to be Alex Orgy, and it still may be before the year is up. Who knows? That one pass he did in the game showed why the hell he was not starting at quarterback that game. He had like as a quarterback. I love his athletic ability. I love that he's 6'3", 240, can run like the wind. But as a quarterback, I mean, your job kind of requires you to be able to throw the ball, and if you can't do that, you probably is not going to succeed in that role. So,
Yeah, man.
We'll
I
see.
read about that quarterback though. What's his name? David? Is it David Warren?
Davis Warren.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know who he is, bro. Couldn't know him from Adam. He could walk right here down the street. I wouldn't know him, bro. But
his story
crazy.
His story crazy.
Come back from cancer, bro. Shout out to that dude, bro. And then be the starting quarterback for a prestige university like that.
Yeah,
good for him.
I mean, he's been lighting it up in camp for a few years. You know what I mean? But I just never thought he would be a starter. It was cool though. It's game one. We got Texas the next game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a huge test. Offensively, I don't think we're ready. Defensively, we all right. So if we can keep them low scoring game, anything is possible. But I'm not expecting a natty this year. I'm coming into it knowing that it's a rebuild, and my prediction was 2 to 3 losses, may even stretch to 4. We'll see how it goes, but I think we are where I thought we would be. Only surprising thing was, Donovan didn't really get off last night, and shout out to Fresno State because they attacked Will Johnson, and they found some success early. He made them pay for it, but they found some success on him a little
bro.
bit.
He's the best DB in the nation, bro, hands down. And there's no way he should never come out of the game ever again, bro. Ever. I don't care.
That's Michigan.
You want to give underclassmen playing time? Nope.
That's Michigan system. Like they try to rotate a lot of guys, which it does pay dividends in the later part of the season. Like in the NFL right now, the college game, if you make a full playoff run, I think it's 17 games, something like that, 16 or 17 games, which that's an NFL season. You know what I mean? And everybody know that in the NFL, like when you get to the playoffs, everybody's hurt. Whether it's disclosed or not, everybody's hurt. So part of that is trying to keep guys fresh enough to last a full season because, the difference between 12 and 17 might not sound like a lot, but in football, bro, it's massive.
Oh, yeah, man. Ask that quarterback from Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, that dude, he ain't going to make it to game 2, bro. That Negro was, I think they had a hit out on him, dog. Like, somebody did.
Bro.
They put a hit on him.
No, man, that dude, bro. Yeah. In DC, we talking about that Florida Atlantic game, bro. They played Michigan State. I know my wife was happy Michigan State got that dub, but that quarterback from Florida Atlantic, he got skill, he talented, but bro, he got hit almost every play. His helmet kept getting knocked off.
God, dog.
He had a very awkward slide. Like the dude slides at the last minute, so even when he going down, he's still getting hit, bro. Like it.
Jeez.
It was nuts.
Yeah, they had 4 targeting penalties. One they waived, but they had 3 targeting penalties, bro. He was getting washed, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I kept telling my wife, I'm like, oh, he going to the ice bath tonight.
And he ain't getting up, bro.
Not tomorrow. He going to the ice bath tonight, bro, because there's no way.
They got their quarterback killed, so they might want to question their coach and like, hey, man, you do know we got another season. This is Michigan State we playing, right? You do know we got 11 more games after this, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just happy. I'm just happy football is back, man. We got NFL starting up next week. It's about to be a massive opportunity for the Lions. I'm not going to, jinx it and say we about to have a massive season, but it is a massive opportunity out there. The division it's really up for grabs now. I think it still runs through us, but the Bears may have some weapons. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nah,
they
Green
got
Bay,
some
I
weapons.
would be worried about. I would be worried about Green Bay if I was you.
Yeah, I got Green Bay. I'm not too worried about Minnesota, but their coaching is really well. So the North is up for grabs. Like the NFC is going to be tough this year. It's tough every year. It's not as tough as the AFC, but it is more teams that I think on paper have a good shot, bro. Like obviously you got San Fran still there. Obviously you got Philly still there. Obviously, it's
I know you ain't say Philly.
Why is
Bro, Philly
not
ain't gonna
there?
make it out the Philly's not making out the NFC East, bro. They might make wild card, I guess. They might make the
crazy.
What's crazy is you laughing. Are you think
You
I'm
don't-
joking?
Yeah, you
But
were
bro,
very
listen.
serious. You were
Coming out
very
the
serious.
East,
Listen.
Coming out the
September
NFC
1st.
East.
And look, you didn't even let me get. I was about to say, Dallas is still there, so I was about to give Dallas credit, but then he just
But you can't even miss, bro. Philly
pulled his pants all the way down in front of us and squatted, bro. Damn. That's how you feel about Philly. But I will say, Philly has to show me with their coaching. But paper, again, we talking on paper, talent wise, bro. They exceed Dallas on paper and talent for sure, offensively.
Yeah.
We'll see what it means in the actual game. But adding Saquon that's a huge addition. Adding they added another receiver who I can't think of who else they added. It was just recently. They added another weapon at receiver. They lose their center, so that hurts. Obviously, Jason Kelce is a big part of that tush push.
He a leader.
So they lose that. But I think, I don't know, Dallas is going to have a run for their money with Philly. Like, I think it's between those two as it has been the last, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Jahan Dotson. I don't know why Washington let him go. That was
I don't know.
For nothing. For peanuts. Peanuts, though. A deep threat like that for peanuts. That was stupid. I don't know what Washington be doing, man. It's got to be tough to be a Washington fan, bro. It has to be.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, you guys just added Dalvin Cook, man. So that's a huge pickup for Dallas. Zeke is. We'll see what Zeke does.
Man, it's over. We know what that is.
Dalvin Cook, Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's still there, right? Or did he leave?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, he left.
Pollard's gone. I'm not really that excited for Dalvin Cook either. I mean, like you're talking about two running backs that have underwhelmed recently. Yes, they both have the pedigree, but I mean, it's all about what have you done for me lately, and neither of these running backs have really done anything lately. So I'm not too enthused. The only thing I'm really enthusiastic about is our passing game. I guess the running game just has to be good enough to keep the other defense keep the defense honest, because we're going to be a passing team. I mean, the Cowboys have the best quarterback in the NFC East. Yes, he's better than Jalen Hurts. Yes, he's better than Jalen Hurts. And the stats would agree with me.
It's arguable. It's arguable, bro.
He's better
as a quarterback. I would say he's a better pure quarterback. Jalen's a playmaker, and he has the talent around him. Honestly, it'd be interesting to see how Jalen would do on another system.
Yeah. I mean, because most quarterbacks are system quarterbacks. I remember thinking when what's his name left Seattle, Russell Wilson. Yeah, man, he got exposed for being a system quarterback as soon as he touched down in Denver.
Well,
it's like, oh,
that was a shit show in itself. But
yeah, it was.
That ruined my fantasy.
I mean, the one thing that every quarterback needs, and I mean, if you're a starting NFL quarterback, you have talent. You have the talent.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
If you don't have an offensive line, that's where trouble happens, right? Like, and we saw that with Stafford. Stafford, for years, struggled behind a terrible offensive line. Still put up gaudy numbers, so kudos to him. Like, he's still the best quarterback that Detroit has ever had, in my opinion. Jared Goff has a chance to change that, but 12 years over Stafford's 12-year period, he got Megatron killed for sure. He got a lot of other receivers killed, but he could sling that thing, man. And imagine if he had more time to do damage, he probably would have won a Super Bowl like the first year that he goes to the Rams, right? So I think every quarterback that's a starter, at least, and now when you get to the second string, it's hit or miss, but everyone that's a starter has the talent. And if you put an offensive line in them, there shouldn't be any reason why they don't get it done.
For sure, bro.
I mean, shit, look at Brock Purdy, bro. Like, you mean to tell me Brock Purdy is going to play like that for just any team that doesn't have a line? Like, imagine if San Fran line wasn't decent or good. They didn't have Trent Williams, bro. Like, imagine if he goes down. Brock Purdy probably looks like a different quarterback.
We'll find out because Trent want his money.
They gonna pay him. If they just pay Brandon Ayuk, bro, they better play Trent Williams, bro.
Yeah, all day. I agree with you on that, but he want his money, bro. So we'll see. But man, yeah, DC. So DC, you got the Cowboys coming out the East.
That's a bold statement.
What's your record, bro? What's your record?
12-5.
All right, for sure. All day.
Let me look at their schedule, bro. That's a
crazy,
gaudy.
Bro.
That's a gaudy.
Hey, man. I'm gonna say the Falcons gonna go 9-8 though.
I mean,
if they get 10 wins, bro, I'm dancing. I'm dancing in the street. But I'm cool with the 9-8, bro.
The Falcons.
Yeah, and they got a chance to come out the South. Everybody do.
Yeah. I'm saying
except the Panthers, but
they have a chance, bro. I remember the Panthers going like 5-7 and making the playoffs because of how trash that's
how bad, bro. New Orleans ain't a threat.
Yeah,
I don't think Tampa Bay is as good. Will be this good this year. You know what I'm saying? I think that offensive coordinator who's ironically having to be the head coach of the Carolina Panthers now, I think that played a lot. I think that helped a lot with Baker Mayfield development. But now that he's not there no more, I think Baker gonna go backwards. So I'm not tripping on Tampa. I ain't tripping on Tampa.
So I'm looking at the Cowboys schedule. You got a tough schedule, bro. I don't know. Let's see. So let's just go through it real quick. So you open with the Saints, then you got the Ravens.
No, the Browns. The Browns,
my bad. Browns, then Saints, then
that's
Ravens.
That's up in the air, bro. The Browns, that's up in the air, bro. That's the number one defense. Number one defense.
I got them against the Browns. I give them against
them. That's the number one defense, bro. Of course, we talking on paper, right?
But
the number one defense in the NFL, bro.
But the Cowboys defense is no slouch, and the way that Deshaun Watson's been playing, somebody better find him some masseuse quick, bro, so he can get his game back.
You have to go there.
But you got the Saints. That's okay. 2-0. I'm starting you off.
Okay.
Ravens
loss.
Ravens could be tough.
That could be tough.
Where?
But it's in Dallas, though.
It's in Dallas, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Ravens gonna take that one, but then you come right back and beat the Giants. So 3-1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Steelers, I don't know what they're gonna be.
Where?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Okay.
That's probably an L. I'll take that
Mike
L.
Tomlin figure that one out.
Oh, then we got the Lions.
Oh wow, I'm saying Cowboys off GP, and it's in Dallas. And it's in Dallas.
We got some get back for that, bro. Yeah, we gonna take that one.
Wait, when the last game in Dallas?
Yeah.
Dang, I thought it would have been okay, but all right. That's Jerry. That's Jerry.
That's all right. We got some get back for that. So you got the Lions followed by San Fran.
That's an L. I already know.
The San Fran.
That's an L. That's an L. Yeah, we're going. Yeah, we're going to San Fran. Yeah, that's an L. It's all good. We can move on.
So you could
possibly Falcons. That's a W.
That's a dub. Yeah.
Falcons a dub. Eagles a dub. Texans a dub. Commanders a dub.
Don't sleep on the Texans, bro.
Yeah, don't sleep on Houston, bro.
Don't sleep on the Texans.
Let's see. And then we got the Giants again. We're going to sweep the Giants this year. Bengals. I don't know anything about the Bengals this year, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
Joe Burrow's back, bro. If he stays healthy, that's a tough tough ask. So that could go either way. Panthers, that's a dub. Bucks, that's a dub.
Easy.
Eagles again.
I'll give the Eagles that one. It's in Philly. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them that. And then Commanders, that's a dub.
Yeah.
So I wasn't counting, but I'm pretty sure there's 12 wins up in there, bro.
That was 4 losses.
Okay, so that's 13. So I still say 12. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 11-6.
Yeah, because Rod taking that taking that Lions.
I'm gonna go 11-6, maybe even 10-7, because some of those swing games could get a little rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be another 12-win season, man. I mean, McCarthy, I think he's won at least 12. I think he won 12 games in all seasons.
That's what he talked about.
Yeah, in all 3 seasons.
Which was the worst take ever that he had. Where he was like, hey, we keep talking about what we doing in the playoffs, but we're winning 12 games every season. That's great, bro. People want to know what you gonna do about them playoffs, though.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty hard to do, bro. Like 12 games consistently. That's considered an elite team, honestly.
Yep.
Playoffs. I'm one of the people. I'm not gonna knock the Cowboys for playoffs. Yes, you got to get it done, but there's a lot of people that gave Aaron Rodgers passes for winning one Super Bowl, bro. They made it to the NFC Championship down there every year and would lose. It's hard getting to the Super Bowl. That's why I'm kind of like all in this year for the Lions. Like last year would have been a perfect opportunity to do it, especially after blowing a 17-point lead to the 49ers. And we could have, the Chiefs were beatable. They were very beatable. So last year was a man, that was a missed opportunity. This year we have a really good chance of making that run again. But after that, like it becomes a little dicey. You know what I mean? Like making the Super Bowl is not an easy feat. So I know we like to bag on the Cowboys, and I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan at all, but I do have to have some grace of saying like when you in a 1-game elimination, bro, that's anything can happen. It takes a little bit of luck. Like skill has a lot to do with it, but there's some luck factor that goes into it as well. Did you mean to tell me? Look at last year. Who did the Ravens lose to?
Chiefs.
Who did they play? Was it the Chiefs?
They lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yep. And they lost to a Chiefs team that wasn't coming in playing their best. You know what I mean? They didn't have a lot of receivers. Ravens were gauntlet. I bet you if you played that game, 5 times, the Ravens win 4 out of the 5.
Mm.
Yeah.
It just was one of those days. So that's the only tough thing about the playoffs. But like I said, if you are consistently winning 12 games a year, you're a hell of a coach, man.
Yeah.
Let Jerry tell it, because if they don't win, Jerry gonna blow it all up, bro.
Man, that's that self-expectation, bro. Like semi-delusional, right? It's like some Michigan fans all these years. Like Michigan fans and Cowboy fans have a lot in common. They think they were higher than what they really were. Like they think it's Super Bowl or bust or championship or bust every year, even though like we've been down for a little bit. Just how it is. I think the Cowboys are always going to be like that. Like people are just going to expect that because they won 2 championships in the 90s, that they're always going to be 3 championships in the 90s. 30 years ago. Right. 30 years ago that they're always going to be this team, bro. Like that's just not how life works.
I think one thing I'll say about Jerry is I'll give a shout out to Jerry just from a marketing and branding standpoint, because I believe the Cowboys are the most valuable franchise in America. Either them or the Lakers, one of the two.
It's Dallas now. $10 billion.
Yeah. So and that's definitely on the shoulders of Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Like every year, you're right. I mean, the hype train every year is our year, and he's definitely the mastermind behind that. He came up with the moniker America's Team. That wasn't something that came organically. He came up with it, and it stuck. So I will say shout out to Jerry as a marketer. Just hire a GM, bro. Just hire a GM, man. I mean,
you gonna do that ever? He even said that. Said the buck stops with me. Buck stops with me.
Because at this point, he actually has won 2 chips in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Because the first one was in '92.
Yep.
Actually, no, I think he won 1 chip in the last 30 years. And actually, now that I think about it, because he won in 92, 93, and then 95, if my math is right.
Yeah.
So 1 chip in 30 years, bruh. If any other GM would have been fired 10 times over.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and we've had talent. I mean, it ain't like we've had terrible teams. Mm-hmm. So
Jerry's like that old politician, bro. He just won't keep his hand out the pot, bro. Like, just go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. He needs that Joe Biden treatment, man.
Man,
all day. So all right. I said 9-8. DC, he going with 12-5, bro. Where you see the Lions landing at,
bro? I say 11-6, man. I give us 11-6, 12-5, somewhere between there. One of those, like again, that Dallas
DC
one. DC
gonna say 10-7 because he's taking that Dallas win. That Dallas game back.
That'd be the difference between 12-5 and 11-6.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. I mean we have a really good team. Obviously the injury piece of it always comes to play, but if we do what we need to do in division, we'll be all right. So 12-5, I'm stamping it.
So, bro, I'm hyped, bro. And then you said, speaking of politicians putting their hand in the cookie jar, man, it's time, bro. It's September, so September 11th. It's that great debate. Everyone's gonna be looking forward to see, man. Obviously, there's some news coming in, man. Lately, Trump made that announcement about IVF, which was surprising for me. That he was like, "Yo, I'm supporting that, and I'm gonna make sure people can have kids and do these things, and make sure the insurance is paying for it. It's not coming out of the pocket of the parents, which is like extremely amazing. I know people who are dying to have kids and who struggling with that, right? Then it's like a kickoff, bro. He got it from the end zone, and he gets to the 1-yard line, and he makes a statement that, well, it's states like Minnesota for abortion, like they'll have the baby and then they execute the baby if the parents don't want it. It's like, bro, where does that come from, man? You were doing
and there's
so
somebody
well.
who believes him. Somebody believes.
Yes.
And somebody believes him, bro.
Yeah.
There's like 10 million people that believe him. Like that. We're in America just killing babies. Like, I don't want this one.
And I
don't want this one. Throw him away.
That's been his biggest knock for ever, even dating back to before he was a presidential candidate, is the stuff he says. You just be like, N-word, what? Like that's all you can remember. Remember when Russell Westbrook had
that's
that,
my
that
guy.
interview?
That's my guy. Yep.
Like what? Y'all just tripping. Like that's what I feel every time that man speaks. Like again, like you just said, T, hearing about the IVF, that's a huge announcement. Like you can run with that, bro. Like that, if that's something you can make happen, you know how many individuals have tried or have benefited from using IVF, and it's costly, bro. I'm talking 20 stacks costly. You know what I mean? Like that's a huge burden off of a lot of Americans that can't have kids or struggle to have kids.
Oh, dang.
So that, I mean, if you come with something like that and can execute on it, bro, yeah, that's game changing. But then, like you say, to come back and just like open your eyes, like sometimes you should just hard stop, bro. Just hard stop, and you'll have the support.
I know I read somewhere that that Kamala was put on blast for kind of flip flopping on policy. Now I don't know if she was referring to IVF, but because honestly, it seems to me that although the IVF announcement is a surprise, it falls in line with the whole pro-life movement. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have as many kids as possible.
Right.
Hey, we'll pay for IVF too. So that, to me, that kind of falls in line. But then it also kind of is a bit of a contradiction when you're talking about small government. So that's interesting though, man. But I truly don't really believe him, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe that's always been a part of his platform.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it has not. And
yeah, bro, he's never made no kind of announcement like that. Never.
No.
Yeah. So the fact that he's saying it now, it just makes me think that he is feeling the heat from the polls and seeing that Kamala is starting to catch steam, and he's just like, I'm gonna say anything to get back on top.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And is that even possible in a 4-year term? Because people have to remember he can't run again after this. Like it took Obama a full term and almost a year after that to get Obamacare in place, right?
It's about 6 years.
Yeah, like a full term and a half before that got into place. You mean to tell me you're going to go against Big Pharma in 4 years and be able to make that happen? Like that's a huge announcement. Again, if it's something that can be done and he can pull it off if he was to win, I mean that's huge for his legacy for sure. Like
telling Big Pharma you gonna pay for it?
You're right.
Shout out.
Well, I think he said either the insurance or the government.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Yeah, but
or maybe a little bit of both.
But it doesn't come out of my pocket.
Like, nah, bro. Insurance, like, nah, I ain't paying for that. Or insurance premiums are gonna go sky. They're already astronomical, so they're gonna go skyrocket for everybody if that was to happen.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards the latter. That everybody's costs goes up in order to pay for however many people need IVF. Because from my understanding, it's a relatively small number of people. We're here looking it up. It's 500,000 babies were born across the world last year via IVF. There's 10 million babies around the world that were born from IVF.
Okay.
And but I'm not sure what it looks like for America. I don't know. Actually, here we go. CDC, 238,000 patients that was in 2021. So about a 250,000. They're about.
Which is that's a decent amount considering the cost of what the cost is, bro. Like, not everybody can shove out 20 G's, you know what I mean? To have that procedure or that, I guess it's not a procedure, but to go through that process.
Yeah.
And you got to think it doesn't work for everybody. So let's say we go through that process, the baby doesn't catch, and then we try to do it again. Now you talking 40 G's because it's 20 every time you do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Something like that.
I would imagine, like, if I can't get it done in this shot, yeah, we gonna have to wait some years or something gonna have to happen before we can try again.
Yeah,
for
bro,
most Americans.
Millions of families, bro, ain't making it like that, bro.
Yeah.
So it says about 2% of babies born in the U.S. are from IVF.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. It seems like a desperation move that I don't really see getting them any real traction. Maybe it will. I don't really see it. I think there's not enough people that's really affected by infertility that would really move the needle like that. But for me, I just don't trust them.
Women. It will for women.
Well, I think it's more than we think. Like, I just think back to just immediate people that I've been in contact with and how many individuals that I know personally that has benefited from going through that process or have tried that process. That number is astonishing for just the immediate people I've seen impacted by it. And shout out to certain companies and insurance plans that actually cover it. Like, I know,
Starbucks.
My company is pretty damn good on what they give for coverage for IVF treatment. You still got to pay a lot of money, but it's not as much as like some of these other insurance companies. So I don't know, man.
Speaking of that, and that's a ripple effect too, right? Because a big pharma ain't gonna do it, insurance companies ain't gonna do it. Then you have these companies who have their employees insured under that. They ain't finna pay all of it.
Yeah,
a lot, bro.
I mean, everything falls back to us, bro. Like, honestly,
yep.
When you think about even the whole debt relief for not debt relief, but student loan relief, bro. Like, part of the reason I wanted my student loans.
On that mail. We still waiting on that letter.
Well, they're doing it. You just got to be in the right servicing, right? You got to be in the right plan. But part of the reason why I was like, yeah, I take advantage of it because I know I'm gonna pay for it anyway. Like, the government's not going to pay for anything, bro. Like, we have established that. We know that for a fact. It's going to come back to the taxpayer dollars some way or another. Just like all those stimulus checks that were coming in 2020. Yeah, that wasn't free money, bro. Like, we gonna pay for it, and we're paying for it now. You know what I mean? Like, almost immediately, like latter end of 2021, maybe 2022. What did we get? This so-called inflation, right?
Yeah, about to say.
Yeah, that's because
inflation / recession /
exactly. That's because we were given all of this money to spread across. And in hindsight, it wasn't a lot of money because we're spending a hell of a lot more to go fund wars in other countries. But I digress on that part. But we're paying for it regardless. You're going to pay for it, so you might as well take advantage of whatever's being given out because you're going to pay for it regardless if you take advantage of it or not.
Yeah, that's a fact. That makes me think of I forget. Maybe it was Obama president. He was president at the time, and maybe when Obamacare got passed, there were states that didn't want it or whatnot, and they wouldn't do. There were some states. There was some kind of certification or something that you had to do as a state to get money, and the states that did not were like Republican or against Obama, they would kind of refuse. I think everybody's fallen in line at this point. But at first, there were states that would basically refuse the money, and it's usually the poor. It was always the poorest states. They were always in the deep South, like Mississippi. Or Alabama or something like that. It's like, oh wow, we don't want your money. It's like, yo, y'all need it the most. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, but to your point, Rod. Yeah, no, it's never free. I mean, the government is funded by the people. Yeah. Literally, all we do is we just pull our money together, give it to a central organization to build roads and things like that for us. So yes, the money always comes from us. It's never free money. That always irked me. Like, oh man, when Trump was president, I was getting checks. What? Literally millions of people had to die for you to get the checks. And oh, by the way, it wasn't really a check; it was really a loan. You know what I mean? Like either it was outright loan (PPP) or it was a STEMI that you end up paying for years after the fact, and you're not even really thinking about it. You know,
and them PPPs, people was
or your kids pay for it. You know,
bro.
I forgot that PPP hustle was strong.
Yeah, you know, and this is the thing. Sometimes the government gives out money, it pays off. Like, I'm gonna go back to Obama when he put out the stimulus. I think he gave out like $8,000 to first-time home buyers.
I took advantage of that.
Same, and I flipped it a couple times over. You know what I'm saying? That 8K. As far as compound investments and whatnot, and that puts me in another tax bracket. I'm now paying more taxes. Like, to me, that's an investment in your people versus a STEMI check. Like, what did people really use their STEMI checks for? Go shopping, because it wasn't the STEMI check. From my recollection, it's been a while. It wasn't enough to, like, if you was about to lose your house, I think you were still going to lose your house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was based off of the number of individuals in your family. So I think it was anywhere between like 2 to 8,000. You know what I mean? That we were given, and then obviously the numbers changed depending on the stimulus joint. But depending on a number of people in your family, based off of your tax returns, you were getting a little bit more, like 2 G's a person or something like that.
Yeah, it was some crazy, man. I used it for that back patio. That's what we did, bro.
Okay, well, you stimulated the economy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Some
people had to get paid to do that.
Stimulus.
Yeah,
that's what we did, bro.
Yeah, man. It's wild, bro. I just hope, coming up on this actual election or coming up on this debate, that is a debate. Let's debate about topics.
Please.
And debate about what we're going to actually do to change America for the good. Like, don't just make it
it's not a roasting session, please. Y'all.
It's not about that. You know what I mean? We got real issues going on. Like, I get people are concerned about the cost of things, and that's a huge part of what each side should be able to talk about and say what they're going to do. But most importantly, which it seems like we talk about every 4 years, is, bro, something has to happen with these borders, bro. Like, you gotta protect these joints. I don't know if y'all know what's going on in Colorado, like, but there's like Venezuelan gangs going around just taking over apartment buildings and stuff. You know what I mean? And
I didn't hear about that.
It's wild, bro. It's wild. And you know what I mean? Like, every major country has border protections, bro. And like, for some reason, we bicker and fight over the borders every 4 years and nothing really changed. I don't care what side is in. I will say the conservatives have been more focused on it in latter years than maybe Democrats have led on. But it's an important thing that we have to figure out how to secure our borders. And I don't know if they're going to actually talk about what they're going to do and what they can do to do it.
Yeah, it's the borders.
That should be Kamala's like wheelhouse, right? Because that's what as a VP, that's what you're in charge of, right? That's your goal, is to control the borders.
And there are a lot of people who say she hasn't done a great job. So if she hasn't done a great job as a VP, what's she gonna do as a president? So Trump throws that out, and so like, yeah, bro, borders, childcare, because we never got that answer. We never got that answer. Borders, childcare, education, bro. The cost of education is crazy. Those are the 3 things I would like to hear about. I know you might have something different, Rod. DC, you might have something different, but those are the 3 things I want. Childcare, the education system, and our borders, bro. Can we just have a conversation without saying, like, I don't like that scarf on your head, DC, but I didn't answer anything about childcare.
You're not black.
Just have a conversation.
You just turned black. You're not black. You just turned black.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I want, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't been as engaged recently in the in the whole in politics.
It's kind of
Honestly,
hard.
I just been in my own bubble the last couple of weeks. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
there's
It's
just
kind
a
of
lot of
hard
things.
though
What's kind of hard?
to get engaged, bro, because you hear like it's just all the negative, bro, the back and forth, bro. It's like we in high school again, bro. And you like, oh man, you remember? Hey, Ryan, or DC said about you. Oh, bro, I'm about to say something back. But what we
Yeah.
really talking about? Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of hard, bro, for me.
Well, I'm glad that they're starting to really hone in on the real issues. Of course, there's still going to be name calling, and that's just kind of part of the game. But it seems like they're starting to get a little bit more focused on, hey, I want to
Mhm.
be your president. This is what I'm going to do for you. You know, even like the whole IVF thing. Like, I mean, I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a fan of Trump at all. But you know, shout out to Trump for actually saying something that kind of makes sense a little bit. You know, and whether you agree with it or not, like it's a clear policy that. That it might be the first time I've heard him talk about this year. He's probably said something before, but I'm talking about like as far as an actual specific line item, not a we got to fix our borders and our taxes are a mess. You know, something actual, specific, granular even. So you know, I appreciate that. But as far as this debate, I don't know. You know that I'll say also, man. Maybe I'm just naive, but I don't really. And maybe it's also because I don't stay close to a border, but I don't really understand the border crisis all that much, to be honest with you. Like,
Mhm.
as in, is it a crisis or is it just something we could be doing better? Like, have crime rates gone up? As far as I know, the answer is no. You know, is our system being bogged down more and more by illegal aliens? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll just say from my personal life, I don't see my life impacted in any way by illegal aliens. You know, that's not to say that
Yeah.
it shouldn't be addressed. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is it such a big issue that it should be a major platform to talk about for
Mhm.
both parties, or is it just something that's trumped up? It feels to
From
me like it's something that's trumped up, but I could be ignorant to the facts.
Yeah, from what I've seen, and I'm not nowhere near a border state either.
right.
But from what I've seen, if you lived in a border state, you would feel the impact more.
Mm,
And I mean, there's a secure factor about it. You know what I mean? It opens us up to a lot more than just like illegal immigrants coming in and getting jobs, bro. Like it opens up a security risk, and that's
Yeah,
the
it's the
biggest piece
safety
of
part.
it. Yeah, like that's the biggest thing. But we'll see how things go. Ultimately, bro, like does your day-to-day life change with whoever's in office? Probably not. Like I think we've established that before on the one of the pods in the past. Your day-to-day is probably not going to change by whoever's in office.
Nope.
Because, the president doesn't really affect your life as much as your state, right? Like again, we're in South Carolina, bro. South Carolina gonna do what South Carolina does. So
yeah.
that's a fact.
You know what I want to know is for those who harp on border security
Mhm.
as a major issue. So I'm assuming we're just talking about Mexico because nobody really talks about Canada. So we're talking about
It's
illegal
true.
immigration from Mexico. Well, that border is like
Pretty much Latin America. That's what they
yeah.
really own on.
So that border is like 2,000 miles long. So when we talk about border security, like what does that even? How do you secure 2,000 miles and not go bankrupt? You know, I guess that's kind of where I'm at with it because it's like you got rivers, you got
Build a wall.
mountains and valleys, and yeah, build a wall. And like my thought is, who's monitoring the wall? Like,
The
because you
night,
could build a wall
bro. The Night's Watch, bro. Haven't you seen this movie?
the night when
Bro, I can't right now, though.
Jon Snow. We got Jon Snow out there patrolling. Well, we got Jon Snow, then we good. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, bruh, that's wild. I mean, but now if we talking about the night walkers, then okay, hey, let's do what we need to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay a little more in taxes. But from what I can tell, for the most part, people that might be coming over here, they're not really coming to start nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As far as, and again, I'm not saying that we should keep the borders open and not do anything. I'm just saying, is it as big a deal as some people make it out to be?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
man.
educated enough on
we
it.
might have somebody who live on the border, bro, pull up on the show, bro. You know, we always like to get educated, bro, and seek to understand. But yeah, because I don't know.
Because
Like,
I've never lived
we're
on
not
the
feeling
border,
it.
but I've
Yeah.
lived in Texas. And I never, like, now granted, it's been about 20 years, so I know a lot can change in 20 years. But
Yeah.
like, I've encountered numerous of illegal aliens in Texas. Never felt any kind of way. I never, never felt like somebody was taking my job. Never felt in any particular additional or heightened danger because I'm around an illegal alien. So, and again, I don't really understand what the big deal is, and it could be my ignorance. If that's what it is, so be it. Maybe somebody could educate me on it, on why it should be a bigger deal than I think it is.
No doubt.
But I don't know. That's where I'm at with it.
I feel you, bro. Speaking of borders, man, that Canadian, right? He's back in the mix with putting out a little bit of music, man.
Yes, sir.
Old Aubrey Drizzy Drake Graham he's actually throwing a couple of shots back out there. Posting things like Game 2 will be won, and putting out the last track he put out, No Face. It's obvious that he's talking about the beef. Now, if he's talking about the beef specifically with Kendrick, I don't know, but he's talking about the beef in general. But he trying to say I'm back outside, and I think the plot twist. I was trying to figure out what his angle was with the whole plot twist finsta, but he came out with this, dropping all this footage of old material, old things of him in the studio. And I'm thinking, I don't know if this is what his mindset is, but I'm thinking it's to show people that, one, I am writing my own stuff, and all that reference stuff is just it happened. But for the most part, you see all my heavy hitters, what I was doing in the studio. That's what I'm thinking he's trying to do with it. I don't know. I haven't watched it all. I just see little clips here and there. I'm not that much of a Drake stan where I'm gonna go through and just watch every piece of footage from whatever he put out. That's just nuts to me. It's probably the same people that was going to look to see when he leaked his meat, but that's a little extreme. But I will say, 6 songs has come out in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
2 of them I dig. I like the No Face. I like the what's the one with 21 and Thugger?
Yeah, that's dope. I like that.
I can't think of the name of it, but I like those 2.
Like, I don't care about my ops.
Yeah. Those 2 I did.
Yeah, it's up.
Like, it's up. Yeah. Those 2 I did. The other ones are cool. I'm not gonna say they trash. The one, the blue, green, red, whatever it is, it's more London Drake. London Drake is not really my speed, but he's back outside, right? He's a back outside boy. He sound like he's ready to go for another round with a couple of folks, and he got at least 2 bangers out there that I'm digging right now. So
we'll see, man.
We'll see how it all play out.
October's coming. October is coming. He like to do this as October approaches, but
so
we already know he's dropping an album with P&D. Party Next Door.
What I'm thinking too, though, because there's been just buzz around Dot dropping. So I think you remember when 50 and Kanye had this whole thing where Curtis and the
Graduation and Before I Self-Destruct, I think, or maybe it was the Curtis.
I think it was Curtis. Yeah, it was Curtis and Graduation. Yep, you're
Graduation.
Right. So they had this big thing to see who can outsell each other, and I'm thinking he's setting up to drop whenever he's going to have something ready, and whenever K-Dot drop, he's just going to drop it. And let's be real, it's going to outsell, right? And that's going to be him getting kind of the last laugh, because he's going to sell, bro. Like he's still Drake. He's going to outsell Kendrick. Kendrick is a pocket of hip hop. He's not going to ever make the numbers that the Drakes, that the M's, that the shit. I don't know who else do numbers like that, but usually those 2, when they drop something, whether it's good or bad, it's going to sell regardless.
I mean, Dot does numbers now. It's just he don't drop it every few years.
Dot does numbers, but it's not going to be the caliber of that. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to outsell Drake because his music is not catchy enough to do that. You know what I mean? Like Dot has a if you're a hip hop purist and you just love just pure hip hop, you're probably going to love Dot. You know what I mean? If you are more like, yo, hit for hit, I need hits. Like Drake gonna give them to you back to back to back to back to back with a sprinkle of some just raw hip hop timestamp bars. But his timestamps is not what's gonna move the needle, bro. You don't hear women bumping 8:18 in Charlotte or whatever that was called. You know what I mean? 8 p.m., 8 a.m. in Charlotte. There's nobody gonna be playing that in a car outside of me, maybe DC and T. You know what I mean? And people who like hip hop. That's the type of rap though that Kendrick usually has. It's like lyrical miracle. Even if I remember DC, you kind of had a statement in the beef like, hey, Drake out rapped him bar for bar, which I disagree with, but you're entitled to your own opinion. But even if Dot would have went straight like rapidy rap, it wouldn't have hit because people don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like he kind of had to dumb it down. Like Not Like Us is not the most lyrical song on earth. No, Euphoria was better lyrically than Not Like Us to me. And 616 in LA was the best out of the lyrical content to me. But 616 in LA, even though it didn't hit the DSP, like the masses wouldn't have liked that like that. You know what I mean? So
like that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the whole diabolical mindset is of Aubrey Graham.
I will say, I now I have a better understanding, I think, of what Drake has been doing. You know what I'm saying? I think he's basically just trying to rewrite the narrative. You know, that, hey, y'all, I write. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is me recording. I think I saw a video of him recording Yikes, the song off of the Ye album.
Yeah.
So he wrote that song. And I think he did a couple other ones. So I think he's just trying to show the people, like, look, I actually write. You know, so don't get it confused. I think he's trying to put that narrative out. And he's not listening to anybody as far as, yo, Drake, just chill, take the year off, come back next year. He's like, nah, bro, I am him. I've been doing it for 10 years. You're not gonna knock me off my square. I feel like that's the approach he's taking. And I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I know he listens to the pod, and I told him, bro, just take the year off. He ain't want to listen to me. And honestly, though, I'm here for it. I'm a Drake fan. You know, I had him projected to win. He took the L. I will admit that. But I like what he's doing, man. I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm here for it. I felt like everything he's come out has been heat, whether it be hip hop or dance music or whatever. To me, it's all been heat.
No doubt.
It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to catch on and kind of get people back on his side. I'm not sure.
It ain't the hibachi, bro. That ain't the hibachi heat.
He hasn't. See, and this is the whole maybe you should wait a year thing, because No Face, for example, if No Face comes out in March instead of just last week or whatever, man, to me it just hits so much hard. It hits harder because we never give us a chance to miss you. You know what I mean? Like it.
But you know what? I think that's something that I don't know if it was anybody agreed with me. That's something we've been asking for Drake for a minute. Like, what happened to that whole "I'm going to take some time off and work on my stomach"?
I was about to say he said that. He said that.
He did say that. Yeah, he said that.
That V12 on the Mavs. That's what he was trying to get. But what happened to that, bro? Like, I was excited that he was going to go away. Like, yes, go away, bro. Like, let the people miss you. And we got enough music to flood. Like, he ain't got to make nothing else in life, honestly, bro. Like, just go to his Essentials playlist on Apple Music, bro. If you ever went to his Essentials playlist on Apple Music, it's a good 3 hours of music, which is ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
You're good, bro. I get it. You got the ego. You want to be on top. You're going to still be on top. Because even if you don't drop anything, you're still the most streamed artist 8 months in a row, I think now. And it's probably dating back to last year, but based off of this year, there has never been anybody that taken him off of the Spotify streams crown this year. So I still say take some time off, bro. But
yeah, I mean, I understand.
Holidays,
I'm not gonna say
holidays
I agree,
coming up, bro. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I can understand why he didn't, only because it's like, bruh, if I decide to take a step back, I'm gonna do it on my terms. I'm not gonna let nobody say they retired me or they made me quit. They made me tap out. So I felt like he would have been like, yeah,
I
I
got
was
you.
gonna chill, but man, Kendrick came with this. Nah, I can't. I gotta do my thing, and then maybe I'll bow out. But I'm not gonna
There's
bow
that.
out with an L. It's almost like, we shooting
Yeah,
around
they
in the
like
gym. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kendrick ran you off the block.
yeah,
Can't
but it's
do
like
that.
if you shooting around in the gym, like you never want to. I know we used to do this all the time. T. You never want to leave on a brick. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so I feel like that's what happened. He bricked earlier this year, and he's like, bro, I can't go out like this. I'm gonna keep shooting until I hit something. You know what I'm saying? I
Nah,
feel like
that's fair.
that's what he's doing right now.
For sure, man.
He did fine though, man. Like he held his own with Kendrick.
It wasn't
You
a
did
wash.
fine, bro. Like you did fine. You got out Drake, bro. Like you got out Drake, and it's okay. You can sit down, bro. It's okay. That's that light skin.
Drake.
It's that light skin energy, bro.
Well, we'll see, man. And you know, in that music note, Drake's out. Big Sean dropped the album. It was okay. We talked about the
Mid-Sean,
production.
that's his new name, bro. Mid-Sean.
We talked about the
Because
production. I was expecting a little bit more. Me, this is T talking. You know, I thought I expected a little bit more, a little bit of Hit Boy, a little bit, just mix up some producers a little bit. You know, surprise.
Yeah,
he just ain't got it, man.
That was my
I mean, that's
expectation.
just what it is. Like the album wasn't bad, but I went through the whole thing. Like if I never hear it again, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like nothing. I never hit skip on anything. Let me say that I never hit skip on not one song. I played everything from start to finish. So he never put out anything that was just whack. But also, it was nothing that made me want to come back. You know, and I think about like it's funny. I was on the way to the studio to record, and I saw a post of his, and he like did like a collage of all the singles that he dropped and videos that he made for this album. Bro, he put out a lot of singles for this album, and not one of them caught. Either Yes, he did the song where he's rapping about being a dad, and like I don't know if you've seen the video. It's like
That
from the
video
perspective of
fire.
his baby boy.
Yeah, that's fire.
It's a dope ass video, but come on. You know, that, and then he put out another, like 2 other songs that were singles. I can't think of what they call right now. But none of them caught. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, he's got talent, but I don't know if he's, and I tell you what, I was listening to the album and I was like, bruh, if he is major and not independent, he's about to go into debt because this album about to flop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what and it looks like there's been a lot of marketing dollars because I've seen it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? As far as the rollout, he's doing interviews and he's been all over my YouTube. So the push is there. And the push is there, that means money has been put behind him. And I'm kind of nervous for him as to what these first week numbers are going to be because I'm predicting YG numbers, bro. Maybe not as bad as YG. You know, YG sold like 8K his first week. It was terrible. So he might not go YG bad, but I just don't really see the album hitting. You know what I'm saying? You think about all the great albums that dropped this year, I see myself forgetting about this in 2 days.
I haven't finished it yet. Sean sonically is it don't always hit for me sonically. He has skill. I still have him as one of the. I think DC, you said when I listened back to the pod last week. You said you sound like you're not putting Sean in your top 5. Sean definitely in my top 5, but his music sonically doesn't always take me there. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about him, but sonically it's something missing. And you would have even thought back when he was with Ye, there would have been, I want to say better music, not trying to say his music is trash, but you would have think it would have been. Me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would have think it would have been astronomical because he's worked with Dre, or not Dre. I think he had one with Dre. Maybe not. But I know he had Ye. I know he had Hit Boy. He's had some like heavy hitter producers.
Pharrell.
Yeah, just not all of them. Just like something's missing. I don't know what it is. It's just missing. And that's what I got from the feel of the first parts of this album. Like shout out to Sean for it's a personal album. You can tell like it's some therapy behind it. And I saw a post somebody said Big Sean is what Drake would be if he listened to what the masses say. Like if he actually sat down. had a family life and started going to therapy to address his issues, he would be Big Sean. And I'm like, damn. That's
Yo,
that's
that's
wild.
wild.
That is wild. I mean, and that's, it's a wild take, but it makes you start to think like Drake is who he is because he stayed with the youth, right? Like without the youth in this game, in the hip hop game, you're not gonna last, bro. And I think that's where Sean is in his career, where the youth didn't really ride that wave or catch on. So Sean is not, he's not ever going to crack that potential that most people think he has. You know what I mean? Like, I think he can rap, bro. Like, I think he can rap, his ass off.
Yeah.
It's just putting it all together. It takes more than rap, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does. I think I said this on one of the pods before, but what's missing from Big Sean, and this is gonna sound bad, but it's just the facts, is toxicity, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no toxic bars, bro. Like,
but
and
he
that's what sells.
He had a whole song saying, "I don't f with you." A whole song, and it was a
his biggest hit. If his biggest hit, probably ever.
It was
probably ever. I don't f with you.
Yeah,
and that's one of the few songs that if it comes up on my playlist, I'll listen to the whole thing from start to finish.
Yeah,
people use it to relate to whatever, work, life. Somebody don't like at school. It's all kind of stuff, bro. It's relatable.
But yeah, the thing is, man, just toxicity sells, bro. That's just kind of what it is, man. And when you rapping about kumbaya and therapy and I'm feeling good about myself, and it just doesn't sell. I mean, unfortunately, that's just what it is. It just don't sell. I would put another rapper in a similar category, even though I think he's dope. But I don't know why he gets hated on so much. Logic. Logic is somebody else, bro. Bro, that man got bars. I don't give a damn. Argue with me. The dude can rap his ass off.
He can rap,
and he's got a style that I personally find enjoyable. And for the people who are like the quote unquote hip hop heads, I don't understand why you don't like Logic. Honest, I don't get it. But in terms of somebody who's got the talent and the skill, but not the toxicity, I would kind of put him in that Logic category. But the difference with Logic is I think Logic has more of a cult following.
It does.
Than Big Sean.
And again, with Logic too, his sonically, bro, not saying he can't rap, bro, because he can out rap a lot of what the industry provides now, for sure, even some of the heavy hitters. But sonically, the albums, they just don't hit, right? Like, it's somebody also said, and going back to Sean, somebody also said he's this generation's Fabulous, bro. And I was like, damn, I can see it, bro. I can see it. Like, cause Fab could rap, and I'm putting him in that category where Logic, where
Fab got bars, though.
Where even Wale, I know y'all don't like Wale, but Wale can rap his ass off.
DC don't rock with Wale.
Yeah, I don't really rock Wale like that.
He can rap his ass off, though. Like, those guys can rap. Nah, he can rap, bro.
Wale can rap, bro.
Don't hate
don't do
Wale
that
like that, bro. Damn, you just made me lose my whole train of thought with that,
again.
Bro.
Here you go.
All I said was okay.
It ain't what you said. It's how you said it.
It's how you said it.
How you said it.
Yeah. Something with the Sonics, bro, that they don't. I don't know. It just sonically doesn't hit like I would want it to.
I know we got a few minutes before we wrap. I would say, Lotto's number one, bro. I know we talked about that when we was ranking female MCs, bro. Lotto is number one, bro. She is number one, bro. Cardi is sliding down that list, and it was an amazing run though, because you only had one album to be at the top. Yeah, Lotto, bro. She's different,
almost
bro.
like a Lauryn Hill.
And then to me, bro, number two, bro, I'm rocking with Glorilla, bro. Glow out here, bro. Glow out here, bro. She, bro. I put Glow ahead of girl, bro. Damn.
I would put Meg over Glorilla.
Yeah, Meg.
If we're talking about honestly total package in terms of, I think Megan Thee Stallion is a better rapper than Glorilla. I think she makes better songs than Glorilla. I think she's more attractive than Glorilla.
Looks, yes.
She does everything better than Glorilla, honestly, bro. Like, and I like Glorilla. I'm a fan.
Glow got them bangers, bro.
Facts.
Hey, nah, I'm putting Glow 2, bro, and I'm putting Meg 3, bro.
Just curious though, but why Glow don't even have an album? Whereas Meg actually put out an album.
Yeah, bro.
She's
man.
headliner on tour.
That's true. I give you all of those, bro. I think that Glow, when that Glow album dropped,
you giving Glow the 2 spot based off potential, not based off of what she's actually done.
Yes, and her singles. This is what she's been doing, bro. Glow been killing it, bro.
She got 2 singles. She got Glow, and then she got that 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees,
bro.
I can't think of the name of that song, but that's what she got them 2 songs.
TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF, that's what it's called. Yeah,
bro. She doing her thing, bro. Man, it could be, obviously, it could be that Tory Lanez stuff that kind of. And I ain't mad at Meg, you know what I'm saying? Like the trauma that she went to, no one should go through that. Just with all that court and all that craziness, man. Probably why, you know what I'm saying? But
so you want to downgrade her for getting shot? I see how it is.
I just said I'm not.
Hey, usually that give you more credit, bro.
Right. T over here.
Nah, bro. I'm putting Glow there,
downgrade her because she outside for real.
But that's me, bro. But Cardi's still in the top 5, but she is not in that 3.
What puts her in the top 5? Like,
that's what I was thinking. I think there might be 5 over her. Sexy Red is over her. If we're talking about influence and impact, Sexy Red is over her.
She's on the list though.
I have to.
I would put
that's 3.
I had Cardi at 5, bro. I had Cardi at 5.
That's 3. So I got to come with 2 other female rappers.
So we talking about? I said Lotto, Glow.
So we already said, Lotto, Glorilla, Meg.
Red.
Oh yeah, Sexy Red.
4.
Okay, so that's
Cardi
4.
At 5.
Bump that. Nicki Minaj. I put Nicki before.
She got a new album
Cardi.
coming out too. It's coming.
Because you got to figure she dropped an album at the end of 23, which is basically 2024. Like it's like December 30th or something like that of last year, and it did numbers. So
she got her new album coming out. Her new album coming out. She got a new one.
Well, there you go. So Cardi's not even top 5, bro. Cardi's not top 5. Man, speaking of women, she ain't in nobody's top 5, but Doechii dropped an album. She's with
she nice.
Yeah, she's with TDE, and the album is dope, bro. It reminds me of Tierra Whack if Tierra Whack picked better beats. Tierra Whack is one of those rappers that I feel like she could rap, but her beat selection is horrendous. But Doechii, like, she went off. I haven't listened to the whole thing. It just came out on Friday. I'm maybe halfway through it. But it's dope. And also, I just like the fact that she doesn't have what I call horror bars. You know what I'm saying? As in just rapping about how
just sex
how
and
good
everything.
her thing is. And like, yeah, like it's just, it's deeper than that. Granted, it's not, from what I've heard, it's not a hugely deep album. She's just kind of just rapping, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's refreshing, bro. It's refreshing to hear a woman just rap and actually be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest, a lot of women, like popular women rappers, yeah. But I think she's more entertaining than Rhapsody. Because Rhapsody is dope, bro. And she's somebody that's like, I feel like I should talk about it like with Logic.
This is like with Logic, right? With Fab, with Big Sean, bro.
You know. If
you listen to if you listen to Rhapsody production, it's the same thing. She don't have.
I don't know because I actually find because I'll listen to a Big Sean album before I listen to a Rhapsody album.
Yeah, Rhapsody is more like.
I'm just saying from the female side. Just stay on the female side of the fence. Like,
more like Lil Brother and. Like remember that movement of what was the name of that label? Like Raucous Records. Remember all the
like backpack rap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's more Rhapsody. You know, Mos Def and it's conscious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's
honestly,
Rhapsody.
I'll put Logic in that category too.
Yeah.
He's definitely a backpack rapper.
I'm just saying though. I mean, because Rhapsody, bro, like the women we just put in the top 5, obviously, but their music, how they influence and everything, Rhapsody can out rap all of them.
You know who could rap?
I'm not shading none of those ladies, but we just know what she brings to the table, bro.
You know who could? You know who could rap? She just kind of fell off the face of the earth. I don't know. I think she got sick or something. But Young M.A., bro. It's weird as hell listening to her bars.
Yeah.
It's weird as hell.
Yeah, Young
M.A. funny. We all like, oh yeah, damn, bro. We
Young M.A.
Just put her in the cabinet and close the cupboard, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did happen to her? She got sick. I don't know what happened. She just stopped, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think she had got sick or something. I remember her coming back saying she was sick or something. But like when you just talk about rapping and this content, beats, everything was like on point. Like the album she dropped was nice. It's weird as hell listening to it though, because she's talking about getting deep throat and banging chicks. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, but it was dope. You know what I mean?
Any Young M.A. fans or anybody from the Young M.A. camp listening to this, man, let us know, because she had fire.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
bro.
She could spin.
Yeah, she could spit. Yeah, she was dope. Yeah, man. That was a good call there, right?
That was a great call, bro. We both everybody eyes opened up on them. Like, oh
yeah,
yeah.
Young M.A. was nice with it.
No, I got some of her tracks on my playlist, bro. Like, I ain't finna deny that. Like,
yeah. She definitely got some placements in my playlist too. For sure.
She can go, man. Hey, man, we gotta find out what's going on, man. And with her,
speaking of Young, man, what's up with Young Thug? Y'all think he might see the light the way this trial going?
I was just about to bring that up, man. With everything going on, bro, this should be a mistrial. This should be a mistrial. It is too much antics from the defense side and the prosecution side. If I'm a judge, I'm like, yo, just I'm hitting the gavel and be like, it's over. Stay out of trouble, bro. I don't want to ever see you in my courtroom again. That's just me if I'm the judge, bro. It's just too much, bro. In the last 90 days, you had lawyers having meetings without certain, like the prosecution had meetings with other witnesses and lawyers and other stuff that the defense should have been, was not privy to. So you can lead that to a mistrial. Then the prosecution brings up, I can't remember the guy's name, and he was like, hey, anything I say, it ain't gonna held against me, right? Because y'all gave me my papers, I signed that y'all can't testify. And he was like, yo, it was me. I was the one who was out there shooting at so and so, bro. I was just pinning it on him. So y'all can get it off me.
What's the name's barbershop? What's the lifestyle? The lifestyle dude. I can't think of his name. Rich Homie Quan. They shot out Rich Homie Quan's like dad's barbershop or something like that. And I was like, yo, that is wild. Yeah, Woody. Yeah,
he was like, what, me? Like, he was like, yeah, Thug had enjoyed it, but shoot, bro, to get the heat off me, I'm gonna put it on him. Y'all already watching him. Like, these things are crazy.
Yeah, I don't see them doing a mistrial. Just from like, I think about it like from the prosecution standpoint, this is the longest trial in Georgia history. Which means they had to have spent a whole lot of money, because even the jury selection took like almost a year. So you think about all the money that they done spent, and this is a very high profile trial. Like, I'm thinking whoever the powers that be, they gotta prosecute Young Thug. Like
so
that'll be such a black eye on the courts, the judicial system.
He's probably gonna get time served the way this is, because he's been locked up. So you might as well just give him time served and just be like,
I think he's facing the murder charge, bro. Ain't no time served for that. When you talk about racketeering and murder, like, you don't get no time served for that, bro. Like, either he goes home or he sits down forever, pretty much. Like, I don't think there is any in between. Yeah, I don't think there's any in between here.
But it's a circus, bro.
It's wild.
Couldn't even write this. Bro.
It is a very wild story. But apparently, though, like, yes, there have been some antics, but apparently the evidence chain is like a mile long. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been following that closely, but I know they've been using his lyrics against him, which they're saying, oh, you can't use lyrics against somebody. But from my understanding, the lyrics are just kind of like the cherry on the cake or whatever.
We'll see,
like,
bro.
They've got like timestamps and records, and it's like, hey, look, we got all this evidence, and oh, by the way, he made a song about it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't so much of, we think he did it because he made a song. It's like, we got all this evidence, and he had the audacity to make a song about it. You know what I'm saying? That's from my understanding is how they're approaching this case. And what I believe is Woody, who's like their star witness, who's like the top goon or whatever, is maybe somebody got to him, maybe a conversation was had, and now he's basically trying to blow the case up by saying, oh, I lied the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, yeah, what? You know what I'm saying? That's just wild. You know what I mean? That's because from my understanding, you got to sign an agreement. I mean, this has to void whatever agreement that he had in place. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I could think of is some real organized crime type of shit where somebody in Thug's camp got to Woody or got to his mama or his cousin or somebody close to him. Like, I don't know, like I'm a big Godfather fan. And Godfather 2, the Corleone family was on trial for racketeering and stuff like that. And Michael Corleone flew in he had like one of his soldiers was like a key witness.
Which is the best out of the trilogy.
Yeah, Godfather 2 is the best. He flew in the key witnesses like dad or uncle, some close family member. The dude didn't speak English or nothing. He just sat in the room where everybody sits and watches the trial. The witness saw him and flipped his whole statement right there on the stand. He's like, no, I made it all up. I got my own family. Michael Corleone had nothing to do with it. And the Corleones got off. You know what I'm saying? Because basically like, look, we might not be able to get to you, but your family outside, you know what we're going to do. And it almost, this whole Thug trial and the way that Woody is flipping, it reminds me a lot of Godfather 2. It's like maybe little Woody's daughter is out in the stands or something like that. Like, look, I can't get to you, but your family out here, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Oh, I lied about that. Everything was a lie. I just made stuff up. I just wanted to get to jail.
We're 4 months from 2025. It took 10 months to find a jury, to what DC was saying. The trial didn't start until November 2023. But it took 10 months to find a jury. So think about that, man. About to be 2 years.
So if you would do a mistrial, that means they're gonna do the whole thing all over again. And if it took almost a year to get jurors who weren't biased one way or the other, how you gonna find a jury now? Like literally, this trial's on camera. Like, they record everything. This is made national news at this point. So if you don't come up with a verdict now, how can you possibly come up with a verdict? Like, now you got to find 12 more jurors that don't have TV or internet and live in Atlanta, you know. And we've already discussed that Young Thug is what, like top 10 all time Atlanta rappers. We just had that conversation last week. So yeah, I don't see it being a mistrial. They got to see it through. It's either guilty or not guilty. They can't do this all over again.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling, man. But we'll see, man. But before we wrap, man, as always, with all of this craziness from music to sports to, of course, politics, man, it was good chopping up with y'all, man. With that, man, Rod, for our listeners and even us, what's the word you got for the people?
Change is the essence of life. Be willing to surrender what you are for what you can become.
There it is, man. That's what's up, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. A good, happy Labor Day weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed it, all of that good stuff, man. And, you know, as Rod, man, you know, he like to enter with those 3 words. Boy, gonna end it with 3. Cue the music!